এইখানে আসলে দেখতে পাবি এই হোয়াইটের
দেখতে পাচ্ছি তোর ওইখানে রিফ্লেকশন অন দ্য স্ক্রিন। জাস্ট 4 মিনিট আছে।
I'm just checking the volume. We shall begin the session at 7:30. If you cannot hear, please put in the chat box that you cannot hear. About membership renewal from a different account, please try in YouTube itself. Mohan Valliji, the entire process is done by YouTube. I don't have anything to do with it, and I have no way of helping you in this. It is all done by YouTube online. But I have heard that there are some helplines. If you search, I'm sure you'll find, in which case you can always ask them what to do. If you can change from one account to another, that also I'm sure you can do. But since you are able to join today, that means your membership is still valid. The next class is on 9th, and by then I'm sure you will be able to find something. In case I find it, I will message you also, because there are various comments which you've written on various videos. Through those, I will give you a reply if I'm able to find anything. The special member video is, the special member live class is on 9th. Today is 7th. So day after tomorrow, that is 9th. That will be a class for special members. Today, all members are welcome. I hope many more will join. As soon as it is 7:30, formally we will begin. From now on, as far as possible, we will restrict the live classes to 30 minutes or maybe a few minutes more, because 1 hour is very strenuous for my throat. I will give you some exercise all the time, and we will learn together. Somebody asked yesterday whether we can interact with each other. Absolutely. You can interact with each other. If you want to send a message to any particular participant who's also a member and who's here, all you have to do is to type their, ID and then give the message. The message will certainly be noticed by them. We can build up a community of good English speakers or good English learners by communicating with each other also. Good evening, those of you who are here. We have just a few more seconds before we are starting. Whoever is joining, please say yes, or please say present, or please, acknowledge that you are here. By doing so, we can know how many of you are there on the live session, because now the members are many, and I want every one of you to get the benefit of uh, the live classes, because here the interaction is much more personalized. Since all of you are members, welcome those of you who are here. Every person who's attending gets a personal attention, because if you make a mistake, I can tell you that yes, you have made a mistake, and I can tell you how to correct. Others are also giving answers, so looking at that, you can rectify your mistakes. If somebody gives a wrong answer, you can say, oh, this is not correct. We, of course, are very polite when we say it, but we learn from our own mistakes, we learn from others' mistakes, we learn from what we get right and what others get right. So there is no place from which we don't learn. Everywhere learning takes place. All we have to do is we have to know whether we are learning or not. The process of learning is very easy. It is excellent if we are constantly trying to learn. I'm also learning, because before we started the session, one of our members, a senior member and a very, very consistent member, asked me how to renew the account, the membership from a different account. Now, I don't know. With him, I will also learn. Suppose he finds out, then he will tell me, and I would have learned, because at present, I don't really know. So in life, all of us are learning all the time. And we are trying to learn in such a way that improvement comes to us very quickly. That is why I keep giving you suggestions whenever you send me messages also. So today, now, let us begin. What I thought is that since many questions, especially in the open sessions, the sessions which are general for everybody, not only for members, there many questions are asked. But I cannot answer all those questions because there are many people there. So I keep referring them to a video or the other. Now, today we have a class for primary and special members. So when we have the next class for primary and special members, which is on the 22nd of November, please note 22nd of November, which is a Saturday. So on this day, I would like all of you to come 5 or 10 minutes before the session starts at 7:20 or so, and put your questions in the chat box. Before I become live, I can see those questions. In a half an hour session, I can answer 5 or maybe 10 questions. Any of you who has a question can certainly ask. But before we start learning, we have what is called as a diagnostic test. Diagnostic comes from the word diagnosis. You have a problem, you go to the doctor. Doctor says, go for x-ray, go for blood test, go for this, that. That is diagnosis. All the test results tell you what is the problem with your health. Similarly, in learning English, we have also the diagnostic test. Since all of you are asking many questions about grammar, I have given you one sentence today. I will share a screen which has only a single sentence, but it is a very long sentence. Read the sentence carefully and tell me what are the functions of each of the words. There are many words in the sentence, and all parts of speech are covered in the sentence. So each word you take, identify what it does. At the end of doing this, you please score yourself. That is important. Number of words and number of words you got correct. In this way, if you score yourself, you will know exactly where your problem is. Then you can start asking questions. So, with whoever is here now, good evening, all of you. Please look at the screen which I'm going to share with you. Now, look at this sentence. During my childhood, there should not be a full stop there. That is a comma which should be there. During my childhood, I always used to go to school by bus, and my friend came in his car while rural boys traveled to school on foot. Hello, all of you who are here. Hello and good evening and welcome. Please look at this sentence carefully. During my childhood, I always used to go to school by bus, and my friend came in his car while rural boys traveled to school on foot. So here we have 26. To go is one form, it is the non finite verb form, so we consider it as one. Total, there are 26 items in this sentence. Now, what am I looking for? I want you to read the sentence and tell me which is a noun, which is a verb, which is an adjective, which is an adverb, which is a preposition, which is, uh, you know, okay, we don't have article here, which is a conjunction. These, if you can identify, then I will also know and you will also know how good your ability is. Okay, Anita V has said, my is pronoun, but in this sentence, my does the work of an adjective. So we call it as my, pronoun acting as an adjective or possessive adjective. So my is not a pronoun, it's an adjective. Now, I is a pronoun. Please understand, Anita, I is a pronoun. It is not a noun. I, you, he, she, it, we, they, these are all pronouns. Come is verb, correct? Whoever is coming now, good evening. Please look at the sentence and tell me. Childhood is noun, very good. Sumitra Gaurav. Gaurav, fine. Then I is not noun, I is pronoun. Again, Muttu, please remember. My is a pronoun in appearance, but in function, it is a, an adjective because it describes the noun childhood. Therefore, we call it an adjective. Possessive pronoun acting as adjective or possessive adjective. That you have to remember. Santosh Meena, please remember. Childhood is a noun. Childhood is a noun, please remember. Traveled is verb, very good. Always is adverb, please remember. Always is not an adjective, it is an adverb. Childhood is a noun, somebody has said, yes. Akala Raghav Reddy, right? Childhood is noun. My is pronoun acting as an adjective. My, I have explained many times. I will explain every word once you finish giving your answers. I is a pronoun, childhood is a noun, that is right. Used is not an adverb, but it is a verb. Used is a modal auxiliary verb. It is a helping verb. Boy, noun, that is correct. To, preposition. Now, to comes two times, to go and to school. Only to school, to is preposition. The preposition in front of school, the word to is the only preposition to, not the other one, to go. Then go is verb. Go is not verb. To go is the verb form. It is a non-finite verb form, infinitive. So to go together, please say to go is the verb. School is noun. Uh, then rural is adjective. You are right. Uh, Used to is past action. Yes, used to is past action. Very good. School is noun. Go, to go, you say verb. By, preposition. Very good. By is correct. Friend is noun. By is not conjunction. By is preposition. On, preposition is correct. Boy, noun is correct. Boys also noun. Boy or boys, whatever you've said. Both are nouns. On is preposition. By is preposition. While, very good. While, Santosh Meena. While is conjunction. That is very good. By is preposition. School is noun. School noun. Bus also is noun. And used verb. Friend also noun. Used, yes. Used is a helping verb. Came is past tense. Yes, tense is spelled SE, please remember. The on is preposition, while is conjunction, his is again, these are all words which come in front of a noun. We call them adjective, although they are actually pronouns. If you look at pronoun video number 1, you will find how I have explained the difference. Pronoun which comes in front of a noun, immediately describing the noun, no longer does the work of a noun. It does the work of an adjective. So we call it possessive pronoun acting as an adjective, or we remove all those things and say we say possessive adjective, or we say adjective. So his, my, his, all these cannot be considered as pronouns. They are not doing the function of a noun. Only the word which does the noun function can be called as a pronoun. Here all my and his do the function of an adjective. During is not adverb, during is preposition. Please understand, during is a preposition of time. Foot is noun, very good. Always is adverb, that also is correct. Uh, Mispronounced rural by preposition came past tense. Okay, rural is adjective, please understand. I don't understand your comment on mispronounced. Foot is noun, correct? Boys noun, while conjunction, foot noun. Yes. And conjunction, very good. We missed out and. And is conjunction. Now, any others who want to give answers? We have very few, although many primary members have been saying that we are not able to attend a class. Traveled is verb, correct? Yes, I will tell you clearly which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause. Please don't go further before finishing this activity. Okay? How many correct answers have you got, Santosh ji? First tell me. There are 26 elements here. Did you get all 26 correct? On conjunction. On is not... there is no and here. And, okay, and conjunction. D is missing, no problem. And is conjunction, that is right. Traveled is past tense, that is right. Now, please remember that you have to go step by step. You can't go, Without understanding the basic parts of speech, you can't say which is the main clause and which is the subordinate clause. That doesn't help. It is like climbing to the fifth floor by jumping on the ground floor, by saying, I want to go to the fifth floor. Now, if all of you have got 26 marks out of 26 in this simple exercise, then we can go to which is a clause, which is a main clause, which is a subordinate clause, etc. Okay? Okay, you came late possibly. What we are doing here is we are trying to find out what function each word carries out. Suppose you come late for a session, please ask me what is the exercise today. That will be very helpful for me. Uh, Everybody, please note down whether you are getting it correct or not. Since many of you might have joined late, the sentence is still on the board. I have not removed the sentence because I want you to first find out how good is your basic foundation of learning English. Grammar is the basic foundation of learning a language which we use, for construction, for any kind of building, you require grammar. We don't need uh, grammar for our own language, but when we are learning a second language, grammar becomes important. And that is why, since this is a session for both primary and special members are doing a lot of grammar which is in their session, but primary members, I wanted to test you and find out which are the words here. During is not a gerund, during is a preposition, and is conjunction. Very good. Uh, Parts of speech, yes, excellent. You have understood. Now try to do quickly all the parts of speech. School is also a noun. Very good. While is not, while here is used for joining. It is not used as an adverb. Please understand that while is a conjunction. On foot or by foot, I will clarify. That is why I gave these. I remembered your questions yesterday. By bus and on foot. I will clarify that doubt after we have finished this exercise. While is conjunction, right? Car is a noun, right? Okay, now let me tell you the answers and you check. Suppose you have made a mistake in any of the words, what you need to do is to watch the long video which is already there. There is one video which covers all parts of speech, but each of the parts of speech has an individual video also. Sometimes there are 3 videos for nouns, the 3 videos for pronouns, 7 videos for verbs. All these are multiple videos. So, all this, if you watch, then you can ask me many questions. Today, there are 2 questions. One is on the use of by bus and on foot, and the other is about main clause and subordinate clause. These I will answer immediately after finishing giving you the answers. Boys is plural, that is called. His is not a pronoun, it is an adjective function. It looks like a pronoun, but it does the work of an adjective. Childhood is a noun. Childhood is a noun. All, HOOD ending words are usually nouns. We have certain categories which, by looking at the word, you can identify, but that doesn't happen always. To plus any verb is infinitive. So here we have to go. So let me tell you now one by one. During is a preposition. The work of a preposition is to join a noun or pronoun to an already existing sentence. The already existing sentence And here, Santosh Ji can hear, I always used to go to school by bus. That is the main clause in the sentence. That is the main sentence. I always used to go to school by bus. But to that, you want to add the word childhood. So, childhood is an addition, it is a noun which needs a preposition to add. So, during is a preposition because it adds the word childhood to a sentence. I always used to go to school by bus during my childhood. That is how the sentence construction is. We change the construction, we put during my childhood in front. Now, my looks like a pronoun, but a pronoun and a noun cannot come side by side because the only pronoun which can come beside a noun or beside another pronoun is called an emphasizing pronoun. Emphasizing means myself, yourself, ourselves, himself, herself, themselves, itself, etc. So these can come side by side, noun and emphasizing pronoun. Another pronoun, emphasizing pronoun. They can come side by side. If you put a main noun and a main pronoun by the side of each other, they quarrel, they fight, they don't do any, good work. So whenever these kind of pronouns, an entire chart I have given you in that video, which is called personal pronouns. You will immediately get the words which are used as adjective. My is used as an adjective. If you want to change it to a pronoun, then you have to use childhood of mine, mine. For my, the pronoun form is mine, whereas his, just now somebody has written that, Neeta, his is a pronoun. His is not a pronoun. His can be used as a pronoun when it is far away from car. If it comes before car, it becomes an adjective. Possessive pronoun acting as an adjective. This you have to learn in order to speak the language correctly. Reflexive and emphasizing are two different functions. Again, please go to the video number 2 where you will find details. Pronoun video number 2. Reflexive is a totally different usage. It reflects, that means subject object are same noun or pronoun. We call it reflexive. Emphasizing is to put extra effort, extra stress to underline any noun or pronoun. That is emphasizing. Both are different functions, but the structure is exactly the same. The same words are used, but the function is different. Childhood, as I told you, is noun. So we have done 3 words. Now you can mark yourself. Have you got all 3 correct? Preposition, possessive adjective, and noun. Now we come to the next word, which is a pronoun. I is a pronoun of the first person. First person means who speaks. The speaker is the first person. Therefore, I and we. I is used in the subject, singular. If there are more people, then we say we, also subject. If it is used as an object, then I becomes me, we becomes us. These are all personal pronouns. Second person, the person to whom you are speaking. Now, I am speaking, you are listening. So, you is the second person, the listener. And we are talking about somebody, my friend. So, his or her, all these. So, we say he or she, and we say it if it is a lesson like grammar lesson. Then we don't say he, she, we say it. So I is a personal pronoun, first person singular subject. These are the descriptions. Always is an adverb. Always is an adverb because it describes the verb in the sentence. It describes Yes, I myself played today is a very good sentence for reflexive. But we haven't come to reflexive now. Let us concentrate on always. Always, many of you is his is third person. Very good. His is the third person singular. His can be used both as pronoun and adjective. When noun is behind it, it becomes adjective. You remove the noun and you say, this car is his, full stop. His, no noun is there behind it. There it becomes a pronoun function. Whereas first person change is there. We can't say, this car is mine. Then we say, this car is mine, mine. Or this car is us, we can't say. Us is also plural of first person. We say this car is ours. Our car, ours. Ours is the pronoun form and our is the adjective form. Anyway, let's go further. Used to go is the verb. All the three words together are the verb in this sentence. Please understand, nobody gave this correct answer. You have said used is verb, you have said go is verb, but you have not said that there is only one verb in this sentence, in this main clause of the sentence, that is made of three words: used to go. Used is a modal auxiliary form which requires the to infinitive of the verb. I used to run. We used to play. That means past, not present. Somebody said used is past. That is very good. Used can never be used in the present. Please understand. I used to study. I used to work. Always to plus verb, followed by used for a past action. I used to swim. I used to speak. I used to eat. All these are past actions. They are not present. So here there is only one verb, one subject I, one verb used to go. That is how the sentence is. And one adverb always, which describes the verb used to go. Always used to go. What did you do always? Used to go. So, how you used to go? Always used to go. So, the description of of a verb or an adjective by a word is called an adverb. So, you find an adverb here. Now, school is a noun. Bus is a noun. You want to add the sentences, I always used to go. During my childhood, I always used to go. Now you want to add more information. And more information would mean what? You have to add noun or pronoun. These nouns or pronouns cannot be added without preposition. Preposition is selective glue. You know, you take some glue and you put it to the paper. It is only selective. You can stick only paper. But you take something like Fevibond, you can stick anything. That is a conjunction. Something like Fevibond is conjunction. Something like, ordinary glue or post-it, that is like a preposition. So preposition can only join noun or pronoun. It cannot join anything else. Noun phrase it can join, but it cannot join anything else. Yes, you are right. Rural is adjective, boys is noun. Rural boys is not adjective. And always is adverb. Okay. His is third person, that is correct. Then you have modal verbs always followed by present form of the verb. Yes, here it is not followed by present form, it is followed by the to infinitive form. What is the to infinitive? You will understand if you go to lexical verb video number 1. I have given in great detail what these forms are. Okay, so to and by are prepositions, school and bus are noun. You can go on adding to this sentence. You can say, I always used to go to school by bus on Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning. Now, Monday, 8 o'clock, morning, all are nouns. Now, what did you do? On Monday, you put a preposition. At 8 o'clock, you put a preposition. On, at. In the morning, in, you put preposition. So you want to add any number of nouns to a sentence, you can go on adding, but providing that there you add a preposition also. So these are the first few words. Then you see we come to the next part. Now the main clause I have told you. I hope whoever asked the question about clause is listening carefully. And is used. Again, one more clause is there. And my friend came in his car. The moment and is used, it is a coordinating conjunction. Coordinate means same level, not higher and lower, but same level. Subordinating means one is higher and one is lower. That is subordinating. The conjunction while is subordinating. So, rural boys travel to school on foot is the subordinate clause. My friend came in his car is a coordinate clause for the main clause. So, we have two main clauses here. Both are of equal importance. This is not a compound sentence because compound sentence would mean now you are asking questions which are going beyond what I'm explaining. So please be patient. I will clear your doubt again. What is a compound and complex sentence? Now, I feel very sad that I have prepared videos with such a lot of effort. I have told you what is a compound sentence, what is a complex sentence, what is a simple sentence. You know, a sentence which has 26 words can also be a simple sentence. Simple doesn't mean less number of words. But nobody who is attending, who is becoming a member, is watching any of these videos which I have given my life and soul to make. Some people we have, like Akala Raghav Reddy or, Mohan Valliji, who are watching every video and who are telling me, we also have Ram Das, who's not here today, who says, I have watched all the videos, and every video they leave a comment. Since you have doubts in grammar, why can't you go and watch the videos which are already there and then tell me that you have doubts? That will make me very happy, and it will also make you happier because you will get so many more ideas than I can give you in a live session. So today's live session, I won't be able to explain all that. I will just finish because I thought today in half an hour or 40 minutes we should finish. And while are both conjunctions. And is a coordinating conjunction, while is a subordinating conjunction. My is again an adjective. It is a pronoun which acts as an adjective. But therefore, you have to use it in front of a noun. We call it as an adjective. Friend is a noun. Came is a verb, past tense verb. In his car. In is again preposition. His is once more adjective. Car is noun again. Rural, many of you got rural correct. Rural is an adjective. Boys, because rural describes boys coming from villages. Boys is plural, many of you had said. We can make school, schools, bus, buses, friend, friends, boy, boys, all these. Foot becomes feet. Plural of foot is not foots, but it is feet. So boys and foot and school are all nouns. Traveled once more is a past. Now you see two different types of past tense here. Came is what we call as a strong verb because, it is an irregular verb form. It doesn't have come, comed. But travel is a regular verb. It traveled, ed addition. Therefore, you have to keep in mind that we are using two varieties of verbs. What are regular verbs? What are irregular verbs? I have made videos in great detail about it. To school and on foot. Both school and foot are nouns joined by prepositions, that is, to and on. So we have prepositions, many, during, to, in, to again, on, all are prepositions. To is not a preposition. Then we have used to go. That is a single unit of a verb, used modal form, how it is used. Yes, we have many verbs which do not form as you have given come, came, come. So these are the three forms in which the verb is there. Please watch all these details. Now, why we say on foot, the form, these are all what we call idiomatic English. We don't use them ever. Now, if you say I used to without the D, such a thing does not exist in English. I'm very happy that you have asked this question. People say, I used to do this, I used to do that. That sentence does not exist in English. The only modal form is used to for past action. Use can be a main verb in a sentence. Please use correct grammar. Use the rules of grammar. I use many rules of good English. Use. We can use it as a main verb in the sentence. The carpenter uses a saw, SAW, for cutting. The plumber uses a screwdriver. So uses, used. I used many toys to play with children. Here you are not using it as a modal verb. Please understand. You are using it as a main verb in the sentence. It is doing the work of showing the action. Use. That is the main verb. But used plus to plus verb is the main verb is to go and used is helping verb. In this can only be used in the past tense. Hundreds and thousands of people make this mistake. That is why I was very happy when Santosh ji has asked, I used to do this, I used to do that. Please tell them that such a sentence in the present is not correct. Suppose you ask, what did you do in the afternoon? Then somebody says, I used to eat. What does it mean? That now you've stopped eating. You're never going to eat in the future. That is not possible. We have to continue to do it. Therefore, when you say, I used to go to school in childhood, that means now you are grown up, you are no longer going to school, you are talking about the past. That is why I gave this word, because I knew some mistake would be made, and I'm happy that you have asked. Yes, used as a modal auxiliary form, which you have two auxiliary verb videos. One is primary auxiliary, be, have, and do. One is modal auxiliary, can, could, may, might, should, would, need. There are many of them. So all those you can watch the video. And for each video, please ask hundreds of questions. Then I will be able to answer your questions. Uh, Here we have now sorted out what are the functions here. I was telling you by bus and on foot, these are called idiomatic usages. Idiomatic usage means you have to use it exactly like that. Suppose you get into a bus, then you say that I climb onto the bus. That is correct. But when you're traveling, you always use by bus. Whereas by walk is the same idiomatic usage, but instead of saying by walk, we are using, meaning is same, we are saying on foot. We cannot say by foot because the collocation is on foot and not by foot. This question was also asked. Please remember that whenever you are using bus in that context, use it. Now, you asked many questions about articles. Look at the articles here. School, because all students are going to school, no article has been used. When you use a noun for its primary purpose, don't use an article for it. So please remember that. Idiomatic, Idiomatic. Please spell it correctly. Idiomatic. Idiomatic means a word which has more meaning than its dictionary meaning. It is not the dictionary meaning which it's there, but it is something more. Similarly, bus is used for its primary purpose, and that is travel. We don't use an article. The other nouns, uh, on by walk and on foot, mean exactly the same. Both are correct and both are absolutely acceptable. But since I said by bus, I didn't want to say by walk because it will be repetition. Then I can't explain to you that by walk and on foot mean the same. Both are equally correct, but both are different constructions. With that, we let us end this session today. All your unanswered questions will remain for a future reference. Any of you who has an urgent need for an answer, send me comments because I answer comments regularly. I'm sure all of you get your replies more or less within a couple of days when you have sent a comment. Also, for the next session, which I announced already, which is on 22nd of November for primary and special members, this is a Saturday. 22nd of November is a Saturday, same time, 7:30. Please join. I hope all the other primary members will join because these classes I'm holding specially for the primary members. Special members have their own classes. So because primary members have been asking, I held this class, but I find that many of you haven't joined. Only a very small number has come for the class. But it is all right, it's your choice. If you come, I'm happy. If you don't come also, then I take the class and then you miss out these many things which I have told you. For the special members, there's a class day after tomorrow, that is on 9th. We will continue with our course, which we are doing. We started the course, we've completed vocabulary, we had a test, we've completed 2 lessons of grammar. Now, 3 more classes of grammar are remaining. Special member classes are full 1 hour. Today, of course, it's almost an hour. I said half an hour because my throat is very bad. But now, good night and all the best.